Hi everyone, welcome to my presentation. My presentation is on the earth science topic. So what I did was a melting ice exploration. This activity focuses on the concept of changing water, the different stages of changing water, specifically how ice, a solid, turns into water and becomes a liquid. It's designed for preschool children aged 3 to 5, and it supports basic science skills. Sorry, I forgot what I was saying. Basic science skills such as observing and predicting. So for this, the main goal is to give children a fun and hands-on way to explore what happens when ice melts and how different materials like warm water and salt can change the speed of that melting. So for this activity, I will show you what I have. I pre-froze little molds already last night. So these are the molds that I used for this activity. So these are just like silicone molds that I just got from dollar store. They're actually going to be for Jello for my son, but I decided to use it for this project. So you don't really need to use anything too fancy when you're just making ice molds for kids. So these are silicone ice molds. And this is what the mold looks like with the ice already in it. So I made four. I have four of them actually here. I have four, and inside of them is a pom-pom. So I froze the water in the mold with the pom-pom in there. So this one has black, this one has green, and this one has blue, and this one has orange in there somewhere. And then I also have a bowl to put the ice mold in after I take it out of there. And then I have the spoon, and this cup has salt, and this cup has warm water, and I have a dropper. Okay, I'll continue. And I have a dropper as well. So here is the dropper. So what we will do is we will put the mold. It keeps wanting to slip out. I'll put the mold inside of the bowl here. So put it down like this, and I will turn the camera around so you can see what I'm doing here. So here is the ice mold inside of the bowl, and what I'll do is I'll use my dropper and I will get some warm water and I will just drop it onto the ice here. Drop it onto the ice, and then I will also use my spoon here and I'll get some salt. Oh goodness. All right. Get some salt and put it onto the ice as well. The goal of this is for them to see how the salt and warm water will make this ice melt and try to rescue that little pom-pom that's in there. So I'll just keep doing like this until it melts the whole ice. This will take some time, so I'll just keep continuing with it, and I'll show you later on what it looks like after it's done. So this is what it looks like now. The pom-pom is free from the ice mold, and this took a good maybe 9 minutes or 10 minutes to actually get the pom-pom out of the ice mold. So how the activity actually began is I gave the child one frozen cube and that had the toy inside, and I also gave him the dropper and water and a small dish with salt in it. And then I would ask open-ended questions, things like what do you think will happen when you put warm water on the ice? And what do you think will happen if you put the salt on the ice? And what do you think will happen if you mix both at the same time? And then what the children do is they just drop the warm water on the ice, sprinkle salt, and then watch it crack and see if it melts faster without the salt, or does it melt faster with the warm water, or does it melt faster with both things on the ice there. And then so the areas that this supports, the learning areas supports, is science, because they see that solids can change from, ice can change from solids to liquids. And then it's also language development, because they can describe what's happening and they could see some changes right in front of their eyes. And it's also problem solving, as they try to figure out how to make the ice melt faster. And it's also good for fine motor skills, because they're using the droppers to put the warm water onto the ice, and also they're using the spoons to pick up the salt, and using their hand muscles. And then with this, it's actually a good way for them to see how solids turn into liquids as well. And at the end of the activity, you can ask questions like, what did you notice, and what helped the ice melt faster, what surprised you, and do you think if we don't add salt or water to the ice, will it still be a solid later, or what happens? So this can be further taken into other activities as well. Like, you can use cold water in the dropper instead of warm water, and then use colored water so they can see it melting more clearly. And then maybe use timers to see actually how long it takes the ice cube thing to melt. And yeah, that's the end of my presentation. Thank you for watching.